QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022. Total of 16 teams participating, and this is a must-win situation for both the teams participating in this one. What's happening at the toss? It's Mikhail Vaswani with two captains.
Toss time here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, match number 20, and it's a must-win game for both the teams, United Challengers and Prime Gladiators. I have the captains with me, Sunil Dalmeda from United Challengers, Saeed Aman from Prime Gladiators, and to adjudicate the toss, it's going to be Aminul Islam. Sunil, you'll be flipping the coin. Aman, you'll be calling. Tails is the call by Prime Gladiators. Tails it is. Saeed Aman, you win the toss. What have you decided and why?
Yeah, we decided to bat first. Inshallah, hopefully we'll score a good target for them. Hopefully 90 to 100, inshallah.
You find yourselves in a very interesting situation, both of you all. So what was the discussion in the dugout before coming here? What's the plan that you want to keep simple?
Yeah, simple. Just give your 100% effort on the ground. Hopefully they will do it. I believe on them. Inshallah, it will be okay.
Any changes to your playing 11?
Yeah, we have changes like 2 going out, 2 in.
Right, all the very best, Saeed. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Sunil, what would you have done?
Yeah, if I would have won the toss, I would have gone for batting first because it's like a tricky wicket. Putting some score on the board, then restricting the opposition was a good idea. But anyhow, we're happy. We'll chase this time.
You had a mixed bag. You scored 148 in that first game. In the last game, you had a low-scoring encounter. What's the discussion in the dugout about your batting?
No, all the boys are confident enough either to bat first or even to chase also. So everyone is confident. Hopefully, we'll do this time.
You have a total in mind to keep them at?
Yeah, definitely below 80.
All right, Sunil, any changes to your playing 11?
Yes, we have 2 changes. Sandeep is coming in for Ali and Rihan is coming in for Nikas.
All right, good luck. All the very best in this crucial encounter.
Thank you so much.
Right, so the news from the centre is that Prime Gladiators have won the toss and they've decided to put the runs on the board.
So no surprises there, winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Under lights here in match number 20 of the competition. A must-win game for both sides for staying afloat in the competition. Prime Gladiators consisting of Sayyid Aman at the top of the order, Nafis Ahmed, they got Omar Saeed, Shabis, Nasib Muhammad. Mehbubur Rahman has to get some runs and take wickets as well in this competition in order to strengthen their chances of winning this game. Abdullah, Shabir, Bashar Abdul, Mamun Abdullah and Shajis. That's the team, Prime Gladiators. So winning the toss and deciding to bat first. And the team United Challengers have been playing good cricket so far in this competition. Sunil, Imran, Riaz, Satish Kumar also a very good batsman. Anaf, who has been getting runs. Farhan also playing a blistering innings in the first match of the competition. Nasir Mohammad Imrash has been taking wickets, and Rifan, Sandeep and Rihan, that constitute the team United Challengers. Prime Gladiators winning the toss and deciding to bat first. We'll have to put the score above the reach of 100 to make it more competitive. Umpires have already arrived at the crease, waiting for the fielding team to take the ground. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is Mikhail Vaswani. Exciting prospect, and that's where they find themselves in the points table.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Devendra. This is Group D, United Challengers playing Prime Gladiators. Both of them have played 2 matches, won 1 and lost 1. And look at that net run rate of United Challengers. Gladiators will need to win this by a huge margin to just post themselves into a position of strength over here in Group D, because Marcors are right on top. Sometime back we saw Star CC as well going down to their counterparts Legend CC, and Legend CC have moved up in that points table in Group C with a net run rate of 1.8 after 2 wins in 3 games and 4 points. So at the moment Legends and Star look good, and if Nihal can win by a good margin, then they'll be pushing Star for a place. It's about the 2 teams from each group that move into the quarterfinals. At the moment, Fatum Do and Bangla Tigers in Group A, and Desert Warriors and Masters Cricket Club in Group B as well. As many as 4 groups, 16 teams, 31 league matches, and it's all unfolding at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha.
Marcos with that positive net run rate of 4.42, almost through to the quarter-final. Victors here will stand a very good chance of qualifying. Mehboob is the batsman at the crease, taking a strike at the moment. How they start in this contest, because we have seen conservative cricket being played today, and batsmen not quite getting the timing right, especially against the short lifting deliveries around the off stump. So that's been a massive challenge, but Mehboob getting runs in this tournament, 51 already in 2 matches and taking wicket as well. So he has been able to make contribution. Can he continue with his good form with the bat and giving him company? Syed opening the batting, and Nasser has been given the ball from the QCA end with slip in position.
Giving him company on the other side is their skipper, Saeed Aman. He's eager to put up a good total, somewhere close to 100, and opening the bowling for United Challengers will be Nasser. Ball 1, and immediately you see some movement. This white ball does a lot under lights.
As we had already seen in the first match, brilliant passes of play with the new ball, Anis in particular, and Ajay Kumar pitching the ball up and getting the ball to move, and did not allow the opposition batters to get away with that. And the swing has always been a big concern for opening batsmen as well. This time gets it bat down in nick of time and clears the ball away on the onside to take a single. Urgency in the field, urgency with running between the wicket as well. Should be intense contest ahead of us tonight.
Oh yes, an intriguing one at the moment. Gladiators and United Challengers both looking for that win to consolidate their position in the points table in Group D. Remember, Marcos, the most impressive teams in this tournament, is right now in Group D. Going back to this particular game, a change in bat, slip in place, 2 fielders outside the circle, the restrictions are in play. You have a third man and a deep mid wicket. 3 on the off inside the circle, 3 on the onside inside the circle as well, a slip in position. And just as you talk about the field, well, third man comes up and long on drops back.
Looking to hit the full length region, trying to get some swing going for himself. Here is Nasser. Oh, that was a great delivery. He's coming back into the right hand better with the angle as well by going wide of the crease.
Yes, we've seen angles being created, but importantly the white ball has moved when you pitched it in the right length. We saw that with Anis and Ajay earlier in the day for Legends Cricket Club. In their 4 overs, they gave away only 12 runs and accounted for 3 wickets, Devinder.
Basically searching for an in-swinger. He's got the strength of bowling the in-swingers. He's got men at the square leg and men at the long on in place.
Once again into the right hand batter, shy of the stumps. Very good fielding, but that's overthrow. It'll be cut off in the deep, and he'll do well to keep that to a single. Very good backing up in the end. Good all-round cricket.
Brilliant cricket. First taking the single and then back up 2 for no wicket in the first over. He generates angle by going wide of the crease. His action also helps him in getting that inward movement to right-hand batsman, and that's why they decided to post 2 fieldsmen in a square leg and long on the onside.
Slashed hard towards backward point. Was that a half chance? Was that an opportunity? We'll have to see that once again, but both the batters are showing great intent in the middle.
It's holding its line. Fraction shot as well outside the off stump. It's trying to club that ball through the offside, playing it in the air as well.
This bowler's action reminds me of an Indian bowler, Devinder. I'm ready to ask you a small little puzzle over here.
Debashish Mohanty, this time drifting down the leg side. Naveen ul Haq from Afghanistan. Bhuvneshwar Kumar now adding a little bit of extra pace. He has lost the swing these days.
Yes, and in the process, what happens is you just bowl out of your personality there. But a very fine first over this by Nasser. He's got the ball to move, come into the right-handed batter, cramped him for room.
Wow, what a sight.
The full moon on a Saturday night makes it a spectacle here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium.
Peaceful month of Ramadan. Great spirit here in play in this contest as well. Fantastic atmosphere here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Spectators filtering in, enjoying the intense duel between bat and ball. Imras has been given the ball from the street end.
Edged and taken, the finger goes up. Mehbubur has to depart and Imra strikes in his very first delivery, and so do the United Challengers as well.
Wasn't a full delivery, slightly short and wide as well, giving the temptation to the batsman to play the cut shot through the offside. Edging it, ball dying down, but excellent catch by the keeper.
Just getting an under edge or maybe an inside edge on this one. Didn't really get behind it, didn't quite get to it as well. Very ordinary shot playing away from the body.
Also the ball holding in the pitch, not quite coming on to the bat. Almost as afterthought playing that shot there, bailing himself out of the trouble situation, but he couldn't. As Mehbubur, man in form, goes for 2. It's 3 for 1.
What a start here for United Challengers. Put into field, and they've gleefully accepted the offer and struck in the very second over. This means that we'll have a new batter in, and it's going to be Nafis. A left-right combination now in the middle.
With third man on the boundary, on the offside, and a man at the square leg on the onside as well. No fine leg. Hoiks the ball away on the onside, not quite getting the timing right.
And that's what I fail to understand when you talk about the approach. A wicket has just fallen, and Nafis walks in, and in the very first ball, he throws his bat at a good length delivery. And that in itself, we can question the shot selection there.
Also thinking about score, what score they are thinking at the moment. Are they thinking about getting 100 plus or 80 to 100?
Flashing his blade outside the off. Sometime back a wicket just fell in similar fashion. You don't want to repeat that. Captain Saeed is feeling the pressure in the middle.
All the batters in this tournament struggle in handling deliveries outside the off stump, especially when there was movement available. And that's the one area there they need to rectify as quickly as possible in this tournament and looking ahead in future as well.
And this is what exposure and experience is all about. We just come back to the discussion of most of the batters not being able to make full use of the deliveries bowled outside the off stump. It's simply because it's not part of their culture. They've been playing a lot of tape ball cricket. They've been playing cricket on different surfaces, and all of a sudden they've been introduced this concept and they have to warm up to it. Hopefully they pick a leaf out of this and come back stronger next year and play good all-round cricket.
With more exposure to turf wickets, the game will improve as well. Once a single, that's good strategy, and nothing is working. Just pushing the ball into the gap and taking single.
Playing with soft hands on this occasion. Saeed, very nice single taken. You've got to rotate the strike. Remember, you've got to keep the scoreboard ticking. And if you're not able to get the boundaries, go to the other end. Courtesy, a nice single within the 30-yard circle.
A gentle push with the soft hands. The search for boundary continues in this over. Imras bowling good line in length and is getting movement away from the batter as well. We got another fieldsman in that catching position. Fourth slip in position as well. 2 slips in there for Imrus.
Once again throws his bat at this one. Almost castle himself. He's scripting his own downfall in the middle at the moment. Are they getting into self-destruction mode? Nafis may have been sent with the plan, but the shot selection here is not looking impressive.
He's not picking the line of attack quickly. That's been the concern here in the batting department. Your concentration has to be spot on. You need to live in absolute present moment in order to summon the right stroke against the right delivery. Watching the ball carefully, that's going to be key. As he's not picking him from the hands, it seems. Imrus with the last ball of the over.
Once again, a swing and a miss that almost brushed the leg stump on the way to the wicketkeeper. Another very fine over, a wicket off it, 2 gone, it's 6 for 1.
Match number 20 of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022. And Syed Aman is betting on 2 of 5. And Nafis is betting on 1 early breakthrough for the team to celebrate Prime Gladiators winning the toss and batting first. They have lost the wicket of man in form, Rahman. And Nasir just 3 runs from the first over, and Imrus also conceding 3 and taking wicket as well. Early breakthrough achieved by United Challengers bowlers, and they've been able to find the right areas and able to maintain the good line and length as well. That's been the feature today. In the first match itself, the bowlers were spot on with their line and lengths.
Oh yes, it's been a bowler's day out this Saturday. Seen some fine bowling effort in the earlier game as well to restrict the opposition to 63 for 7. Legends Cricket Club, courtesy Anis and Ajay, who began proceedings with them, and the rest followed as well. And this time around too, it's been a very fine start by the United Challengers bowlers, keeping things tight, bowling the right channels, asking questions, getting the ball to move, keeping the batters within their crease and attacking as well.
Rehan into the attack. So hobbling away, not quite into stride to bowl the first bowl of his spell. Also the weather conditions, it seems it helped the fast bowlers in getting the movement. Thin layer of clouds in the skies, and at the same time it's a bit humid, and under lights it swings normally.
Short and wide, that's the problem. Sometimes when a new bowler is come into operation with his looseners, he adds those bit of extras as well.
Sporting evening, Saturday sporting evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, 7 for 1. And Rehan, can he correct his line this time around? Pulled away. Magnificent shot early into position, and good timing as well.
It wasn't quick, it came at a decent speed, enough time for the batter to get into position and pull that with complete authority and control towards the mid-wicket region. First boundary here for the Prime Gladiators, and what a shot.
Ran once again into bowl to Said, and this time he's lofted it over the top of mid-off and down to the boundary. 1 bounce for 4, back-to-back boundaries, 1 pull, 1 lofted stroke down the ground.
Playing on both sides of the wicket on this occasion. He is releasing a wide range of shots in the middle. This time it was back of the length, but he picked that up early. No half measures there. Went through with that shot. Gets 4 more. Very good intent and execution by Saeed in the middle.
Rehan is struggling to get his footing right at the moment, dropping it short, and runs coming either side of the wicket as well. Rehan to Aman, and Aman is looking to cut the ball away through the offside, score at the wicket. The ball is trickling away towards the boundary, and it will be fielded.
Good fielding in the end. Oh, this could be a run out. Oh, shy the stumps. Overthrows. Galore here. Another chance for a run out. Another miss. Comedy of errors in the middle. What was supposed to be 2 ended up being 3, and finally ended up being 4. Shy the stumps on 2 occasions. Misfield twice. And there you have it. We've seen it all unfold here in the middle. This one delivery has been an absolute event.
Can you run 4 runs on this outfield here? You can imagine getting 4 runs at the Melbourne cricket ground, but not here.
And all the good work done on the boundary has been undone by poor backing up and poor throwing as well. What was supposed to be 2 now looks like 3 consecutive 4s, with that third delivery being accounted for, 4 runs being run by batters.
Extraordinary. More changes in the field now. Captain trying to restructure the field. Third man up in the circle. And got flying slip as well. Man at the backward point. Point on the boundary and cover on the edge of the 30-yard circle.
Rehan has been guilty of just bowling wide of the stumps this evening. All his deliveries have been very easy to negate for the batter.
And also he's not bowling with great pace, so a lot of time for the batsman to adjust and find the gap as well. Too slow through the air, and it's coming slow off the surface as well.
It's been easy pickings indeed. Short and wide once again, very lucky. He's just bordering around that danger area with the wide being called.
13 without taking a wicket. This has been a very, very expensive over. 2 boundaries and then 4 runs that they ran between the wickets because of clumsy fielding and backing this time around. Looking to finish the over with a wicket here. Pulled away majestically through the onside, bouncing away to the boundary for 4. Boundary to finish the over. Very, very expensive over this. 17 coming from it.
Once again coming at a very gentle pace there, in position very early, and just went in with that angle from there on, in the vacant area, over the infield, in the power play, and he fetches 4 runs. The restrictions are lifted after 3 overs. It's 23 for 1. Good turnout for the evening games, Devinder.
Well, it has been, Mikhail, throughout the tournament as well. Today being Saturday being the holiday here in Qatar, so you expect people to come in good numbers. And as the tournament is heating up, as it's heading towards the business end, we will expect more people filtering in from different parts of Doha, Qatar, here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It's been great entertainment. I've seen something different tonight. Swing bowling. The stroke making has been difficult from the beginning of day's play today, but some outstanding bowling performance already.
Satish Kumar introduced into the attack. Three overs, 23. It's been a decent start here by the Gladiators.
Satish Kumar, who hails from Maharashtra. This time around it's been worked away through the offside for a single. Played great cricket for Maharashtra and shifting his base to here Qatar, and now looking to continue with his cricketing aspirations. He's an all-rounder, excellent top-order batter.
At the moment he has a role to do, a role to play with the ball. Can he just add another wicket or 2 to his team's tally over here? Right now he's bowling slow off breaks. This will be an interesting scenario with Saeed looking good and the ball turning into him.
He got square leg, mid wicket, and long on the boundary, and long off as well through the offside.
Almost gave the charge, had to adjust at the very end. Very fine bowling by Satish. Just bowling it quicker and flatter and hurrying the batter on this occasion.
I saw the batsman coming down the pitch, so making that subtle adjustment. That's what they can do, the spinners. Especially the way he bowls slow through the air. So he had enough time in his action to make an adjustment.
Picks it up this time, plays it towards the long gone region. Work to do. They're running the first run fast. So often we've seen the batters playing the wrong length on the surface.
This time around, The bowler wasn't happy with the field placing. He kept the fieldsman at the position, but he changed his position, and ball went exactly where bowler posted him in the air, and through the onside, a single is taken. Now this will be interesting. Off spinner into ball to left-hand batter.
That's a wide, but I'll tell you what, it was an opportunity there for the batter to go big, and it could have easily crashed onto the leg stump as well, because he had shuffled way too outside the off stump. This time it's high up in the air and it's been put down by the fielder at backward point. It was lobbed, it was just a few yards away from him, and he couldn't get underneath this one.
The catching has to be better as they search for that victory that should have been taken any day at anywhere on the planet. Simple catch going down. Satish Kumar into ball to Saeed, and he comes down the track and he hits it straight down the ground. Protection on the boundary, and they will limit the scoring to a single.
The boundaries have dried up, the left-right combination just bringing about a change in the field set every time the change ends. But it's been a tidy over so far by Satish Kumar. Again, short and wide, lucky not to be put away. 6 runs coming off this over. 4 overs gone, it's 28 for 1.
We are here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, Doha, Qatar. 28 for 1 after 4 overs. Satish Kumar with his off spin, bowling accurately, just conceding 5 runs.
Yes, it's been a good start here by, that's yours truly alongside Devinder Kumar covering the wonderful event, the Ramadan QCA T10 Cup unfolding at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, and what a spectacle it's been.
Especially the quality of swing bowling today evening, outstanding. The line length and swing bowling, which has been the talking point since the beginning of day's play. This time around trying to whack the ball through the onside. He's out, he's bowled. Imran has struck off the very first delivery of his spell.
Oh yes, that was straight, going with the arm, playing across the line, playing all over it, the head falling as well, nowhere in position. And that self-destruction. Wicket number 2 falls here for the Gladiators. 28 for 2 in the 5th over. United Challengers are making it count.
Aman, the captain, out for 20 of just 15 deliveries with the help of 4 fours in this innings. 28 for 2. Run scoring has become a massive challenge for the batters at the moment. We witnessed a low scoring match, the previous one as well. And Sajjad comes to the crease. 3 matches, 25 runs so far for him. Great opportunity to get some runs here under lights on this rather challenging surface here. Help for the spinners, help for the fast bowlers if they bowl accurately. Imran striking of the very first delivery of his over. Again, it's drifting down the leg side. Got a man at the boundary on the offside, at the long off position, man at the point position on the offside, and 3 men on the onside.
Just getting some deviation. There's some movement, late movement in the air there for Imran, but he's had a fine start to his over. A wicket of Saeed Aman, the captain, and all of a sudden they put the brakes on the scoring.
He's bowling seam up deliveries with a shorter run up. Wicketkeeper is turning up to the stumps. This time it's been clattered away through the offside. There will be a single.
This one trouble the fielding side at the moment, singles and twos, but that was an exquisite drive there. Fifth over in operation, only 30 on the board, 2 wickets down are the Gladiators.
Nafis has a strike, 3 of 6. And they got a deep mid-wicket in position for him and a man inside the circle as well. And hoiks it away. Did not get the necessary timing. There will be a single eventually. They will settle for. Two matches scheduled for tomorrow as well. Starting at 6:30 local time.
10 days, 20 matches almost done. Devinder, time flies. And all these teams will be aware as well. It's the business end. Playing it towards backward point. This could be close. The shy of the stumps. A direct hit. And has he been run out? Yes, he has. The finger goes up. Very fine piece of fielding. You needed a direct hit on this occasion. And the batters were flirting with danger. And this is suicidal.
Most improved part in the play in these days, 10 days, the improved fielding standards. Direct hit, finding the batsman well short of the crease. Sandeep with a direct hit.
Some time back, Sandeep was the fielder stationed at backward point who dropped that straightforward catch as well. That was lobbed at him. So it's redemption time for him with that direct hit. Never easy. And what an occasion and what a moment in the game as well. Nafis goes back for 4. Third wicket falls here for the Gladiators. They are in deep trouble.
Especially when runs not coming, it's very challenging for the batters. They look for other opportunities. They look to rotate the strike through pushing and nurdling the ball into the gap. And if you can create wicket in form of run out, you can certainly keep applying the pressure on the opponent batters. It's a teamwork. Beautifully bowled, though it's a wide, but the length was spot on. And the pace as well, just couldn't get the direction right on that occasion. Down the leg side, keeper can't collect it, and it will trickle into the boundary for 4. Much needed boundary, this pressure releasing boundary.
That ball keeping the fielder interested, teasing him till the very end. 4 valuable runs coming here for the Gladiators. And all the good work undone by Imran with that delivery down the leg side. It's been a lengthy over, but in the process it accounted for 2 wickets as well. 37 make that.
Shabir not. Sajid 1 of 3. Lifts the ball through the offside, will take a single. 5 overs have been bowled here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Prime Gladiators batting first, 38 for loss of 3 wickets in 5 overs.
Well, at the halfway stage, 38 for 3, as Farhan has been introduced into the attack.
The run making hasn't been easy, Mikhail, today from the beginning. Only the batters who came out with different plan, using their feet or playing adventurous shots straight away to put the pressure back on the bowlers, been successful. We haven't seen many batsmen getting runs.
Oh, he's been stumped. This was very poor application by the batter. Gave the charge. That ball went with the drift. It's been a wide, but in the process it's a wicket as well, as Shabir has to walk back. He's been stumped by a very smart piece of fielding, bowling, beg your pardon.
You saw the batsman coming down the pitch, fired it wide. Look at this one again. coming down the pitch, and then bit of a turn as well. This little bit of drift and turn, and wide signal by the umpire, but that doesn't matter because eventually they wanted a wicket, and wicket they found in form of stumping. Good piece of keeping as well. And Farhan is striking in his first over as well. Wicket stumbling here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Shabir goes for 1. 39 for 4.
Once again, the shot selection over here can be questioned. They have walked in and thrown their bats and thrown their wickets away. Shabir departing for 1. Bashar makes his way to the middle. They need a partnership going here. What a start here for... My God, I just wonder what message has been sent out to this batter as he makes his way to the middle.
He wants to murder him. Here under lights here, wanted to go with a big booming shot through the onside, and he misses again.
Now what Farhan is doing smartly is keeping the ball outside the off stump. He knows the batter is eyeing only the mid-wicket region. This is a wicket on the offing, let me tell you. This time a quicker one that could have easily crashed into the stumps. Very lucky there, Bashar. He's flirting with danger, may I add.
Farhan. This time he makes a connection, and it's good one. It's gone over the field. It's gone for 6. After 3 attempts, finally succeeding in dispatching the ball over the boundary for a 6.
Just erring in length this time, too fuller, and in the zone, an arc for him to free his bat. No follow through on this occasion, only the extension of the arms, and came agonizingly close to the fielder at long on.
Short ball and pulled away on the onside. There will be a single. A lot of cheer as well. Crowd favorite, that's for sure.
I'm sure Bashar has been told, hit out or get out. That's the message. He is in no mood to stay in the middle, let me tell you that.
47 for 4. Such is the demand of the format as well. Can he get a boundary of the last ball of the 6th over? This time he heaves the ball through the onside. And he's got a decent connection. He's got a boundary. And it's gone away to the boundary for a 6.
2 sixes in the over. Another full length tossed up delivery. Just through the long handle at this one. And it was the full extension and swing of the arms. And the twist in the body as well, let me tell you there. Very good over. 50 coming up as well in the 6th over. 6 gone is 53 for 4. And Farhan, the most expensive after Rihan, conceding 15 with a wicket as well.
53 for 4. Searching for a score in the vicinity of 100. As we have already seen today, that run making hasn't been that easy. If they get to 100, you reckon that that's a safe score on this wicket, batting first?
If they can get a few more overs like the one that they had in the 6th, quite certainly they should be inching towards that 100-run mark. But wickets is the problem here for the Gladiators. As Imran is brought back into the attack, once again the same approach here by Bashar.
I've never seen any batsman trying the same shot for 4 or 5 occasions. Every shot that he has attempted, it's a swipe through the onside.
Playing that down the ground towards the long off region.
The thing is that, is he watching the ball? He's swinging everything through the onside. Now, Bashar on to 7. Rather, Shahzad on 7 on a strike now. Bashar on to 8. Too close to the body to play the cut shot.
It's been a decent counter attack, we have to admit that. They were under the pump for a while, but they needed someone to unleash a barrage of shots and just put the pressure back on the fielding side. For that, Gladiators have done well, but they need to add some method and more application now with the big hits.
Driven up to the man at the long off region, and he wants a second and almost through there. This will be a run out. This will be a run out.
This is a mid-pitch conference going on. Batters livid with each other, and Sajjad is not happy with his partner after being called and then denied midway. He's being betrayed in the middle of the pitch. This is another very poor call, And Sajad is run out with a very fine piece of fielding. Good presence of mind of throwing it to the striker's end. Another wicket falls. Half the batters in the dugout. And Sajad, who was looking dangerous, departs.
55 for 5. And Bashar, who managed to hit 6, has been dismissed in form of run out. And it's 55 for 5. After 6.4 overs, the run rate is 8.25. It's a fine evening, Saturday's evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, Doha, Qatar. Sajjad is still there on 8 and Nashif has come to the crease. Wicket in this over in form of run out.
Down the ground, straight past the bowler for a single. Much better looking shot. We've rarely seen good looking shots in this tournament, simply because, as you mentioned, the demand of the tournament, T10. But that doesn't mean you take the style away from the game.
Can he produce a stylish shot? Bowled him. Imran has struck again. It's a second wicket for him. And it's 6 wickets down now. Prime Gladiators batting first.
Another equation where the bowler had to just keep it straight and the batter did the rest. This was right underneath the bat. Very well executed delivery right into the toes, crashing into the stumps on this occasion. Sajjad this time departs, and the wickets and the procession continues here for the Gladiators. Second wicket in this over. Sajjad departs, and Gladiators in deep trouble at the moment.
Earlier today in match number 19, after put into bat, Star CC only managing 63 for 7 in their allotted 10 overs. And a similar story here, batting first after winning the toss for the team Prime Gladiators. They've been losing wickets at regular interval. 56 for 6 in 7 overs. Can they get to 85 from here on to fight when they get the opportunity to bowl at the opponent? Satish Kumar. And he's beaten with a slow off spinner, but not a tidy work from the keeper either. And there will be a run here. Bye should be the signal from the umpire.
They can't let the opposition off the hook at this point in time after taking 6 wickets and keeping them to 56 in 7 overs. They need to go for the kill here. United Challengers, they've been very tidy in the field today. They've got some direct hits. Fielding has been very sharp. And the bowling too very tidy. Satish Kumar, a very good first over. Sabish to take strike. Punched off the back foot towards covers. Looking for a single on that occasion as well.
Yes, thinking about all options to get runs here. They're not making proper connections. He wants to be at a non-striker end. Short ball, and it's been almost doled into the pocket of the man at the backward point.
Yes, that was in the air for a bit, but dropped short of the field at backward point. Now what Satish Kumar is doing is taking the pace of the ball. He's very slow through his run-up, if you see, and at the point of delivery as well, there's a little bit of a pause, just teasing the batter before releasing the delivery.
Add to that slow nature of the surface as well. The ball is holding into the pitch as well. Has he got the neck? Yes, he has. A wicket again. And Satish Kumar getting his first. It's 7 wickets down for 58.
Once again, keeping it slower through the air, and this is where trying to play that from outside off to mid-wicket, going down on his knee, going for that sweep, and gets an under edge on this occasion. And a very nice catch pouched by the wicket-keeper. That was low, but he stayed low as well for that one.
Naseef goes for 2. Plenty of wickets. 58 for 7. after 7.4 overs. Another dismal performance in the batting department today evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. The bowling has been spot on. There is no doubt about that.
Once again, the ball keeping low over there, but just keeping it away from the arc.
The difference being in the first match it was seam bowling, swing bowling, and now the spinners coming to the fore.
Playing that towards the mid-wicket region. It's a very fine over here. He concludes a very fine spell as well, Satish Kumar. Just 3 runs coming off it and a wicket, 2 overs for him. And he's conceded only 8 runs, getting a wicket as well. Top performance here by Satish Kumar.
Scoring runs has been a laborious task for the team. Prime Gladiators, after winning the toss and batting first, the breeze is picking up here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha. And that's the batting card. Procession of wickets, barring performance from Aman, getting 20 of the 15 deliveries, as we saw in the first match as well, Mikhail, also in the second innings. And that's been the story. Only one batter getting 20 plus, and rest of the batters struggling to get into double figure.
Oh yes, only one batter getting to double figures in the previous game and in this game as well. And that's why it's so important that someone shoulders responsibility in the middle, plays the anchor role, becomes the mainstay, so that others can revolve around them. 8 overs gone, 59 for 7. Nasir brought back into the attack. Very fine first over. And immediately he's bringing some field changes as well. Oh, he's castled him. Once again, it's the delivery into the right-handed batter. He's so good at that. This time right underneath the bat as well. Another batter going for glory, but only to see his stumps shattered.
Stump to stump line. That's the key. Into the attack, the first ball is spot on. Fuller length delivery, attacking the stumps. Batsman trying to work through the onside, and he made sure that his delivery went on to hit the stumps. So he's gone. Abdullah is out. Rather, Omar is out for 1. Bowled by Nasir, striking in his second over. It's 3 for 1 for him, and it's 59 for 9. They are in danger of getting bowled out inside 10 overs, and the Prime Gladiators.
Abdullah makes his way to the middle. That's because 8 batters in his team have just walked back to the dugout in quick succession. 11 deliveries at their disposal, 2 wickets in hand. That could have easily been wicket number 9. He wants to keep strike.
This hasn't been good cricket in the batting department. This has been a really struggle. 59 for 8. Where he's going to pitch this ball. He can attack the stumps with this angle. This time gets the edge. Oh, chance! Chance for run out. Yes, has he broken the stumps? He has. It's a run out.
I'll tell you what, this has been a dramatic turn of events in this delivery. A cotton ball almost got his hands to it. The batter's committed. Yes, no, and very good presence of mind by the wicketkeeper. Rifan on this occasion came quickly behind the stumps, gathered that throw and dislodged the bails. And another wicket falls through a run out. This has been very poor calling and application in the middle, shown by the Prime Gladiators. Sabish departs for 1. Nasir and Rifan team up to create a beautiful piece of fielding in the middle.
59 for 9. Total of 19 matches have already been played on this pitch. We have seen plenty of runouts throughout the course of the tournament, Mikhail.
Oh yes, and our statistic team tells us that in 20 games we've seen 34 runouts. Can you imagine the kind of running we've seen? It's been panic and pandemonium in the middle. They've lacked communication. This was the 34th run out in the competition in 20 games across 10 days.
Here he goes again, this time trying to work the ball through the onside appeal for LBW is given out. He's out. He is out and they've been bowled out for a paltry total here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. All out for 59.
This has been capitulation in the middle as the Gladiators have caved in haplessly this time. Trapped in front, was a drifting down leg, no said the umpire. 59 is all the Gladiators got, and they've been bowled out by a disciplined unit in the middle, in field and with the bowling as well. It's been a top performance. Take a look at this batting effort. Only one batter to get to double figures. Saeed Aman 20 or 15, and after that I'm going to call a number 24818 21100. That's been the story in the middle for them.
A pathetic performance in the batting department. All out for 59. Couldn't play the full cricket of 10 overs. The bowlers 2 for 3 from Nasir, 1 for 3 for Imras, and none for 17 in solitary over from Rihan, and Satish Kumar taking 1 wicket for 8, 2 for 13 for Imran, 1 for 15 for Farhan Qadar. That's been the bowling display, but it was poor application from the batters, which will be the talking point tonight if they go on to lose this game from this position. Not many runs on the board should be an easy chase for a team who has got plenty of quality players at the top of the batting lineup. Not many boundaries hit, but there were few fours as well. The pull through the onside.
Well, boundaries came, but they were far and few. Signs of aggression were shown by the batters. They played some shots, relied more on the hits over the infield when the field restrictions were up. And that's when they decided to tee off. They played on both sides of the wicket. This time again, a tad shot and pulled towards the mid-wicket region, as boundaries were not the order of play for the Gladiators. Only 3 boundaries for them in that score of 59 sums up their outing in the middle.
Very, very poor in the batting department. There was a 6 as well.
That was Bashar. He tried and finally got one over the rope before he was poorly run out in the middle as well. Then again in the very same over, it was bowled into the pads and picked up nicely and played towards the mid-wicket region. 2 sixes and 3 fours in that innings for the Gladiators, as they were bowled out, rather bundled out, for a paltry 59 runs in 8.4 overs.
We take a short break. When we come back,
of course, there were a few wickets as well. In fact, all 10 wickets to fall, and it began with some very fine bowling up front with the new ball. That was an under edge first up, and that began the procession of the fall of wickets as well. Slow through the air, just playing all over it this time. It was Saeed Ahmad, the captain, departing, seeing his stumps being uprooted. They kept it straight, they kept it simple. This was a run out, a direct hit, and it was a very nice effort there by Rihan. He dropped a catch some time back, but he redeemed himself. Some drift on offer, and the batter was caught in no man's land, only to be stumped. Very good glove work behind the stumps by Irfan. And this was another run out as well. We saw as many as 3 run outs in this game. Bashar being called and then sent back by his partner, only for them to have a mid-pitch conference as to who did what. They never got going here. The Gladiators right underneath the bat on this occasion. They kept it dead straight, and the batters did the rest by exposing the stumps. Another slow delivery through the air, getting an inside edge on this one. A very good catch behind the stumps. The wicket-keeper was very impressive, and then Nasser came in and created this wonderful opportunity of just bowling that in-swinger once again and getting that off-stump broken. Then this complete mess of a moment by the batters, and a very good piece of fielding and wicket-keeping by the bowler and the wicket-keeper. And the final wicket to fall this evening to complete the 10 pins was this LBW decision, and again it was Nasser who showed that how much of an impact he's made with the old, with the new and the semi-new ball. And this means that when the United Challengers come out to bat, they will need to get 60 in 10 overs, exactly 6 and over. We head into a short break, but when we come back, we bring you the cheese.
Welcome back to the Asian Town Cricket Stadium here in Doha, Qatar. Prime Gladiators taking on the team, which has shown a great application in the bowling department, and that's where they find themselves in a tight situation. The way they batted Prime Gladiators, batting first, it hasn't been an inspiring performance with bat in hand, and they need to do something extraordinary to come back in the contest. United challenges with the positive net run rate of 1.52. If they win this match, they are through for the quarterfinals. A great opportunity to win by big margin as well. In the commentary box, I'm Devinder. With me is Mikhail Vashwani.
Good evening, Devinder, and what a match has turned out to be. United challengers well and truly with a good chance of just boosting their net run rate and putting them in a position of strength in Group D, which has Marcos as well. 60 to get in only 10 overs. This is a straightforward chase as of now on paper. What we see in the field right now is a slip in place, which means that the legends, beg your pardon, the Gladiators are all set to attack. Two fielders outside the circle, but at the moment it's going to be third man who's dropped back and a long off as well. Three on the off inside the circle, a slip in place, and three on the on as well on. And immediately on the full that's been played, but nicely saved at covers. But look at that throw. But for the backing up, that could have easily been extra runs.
Intent is clear from Anap. He's in good form with bat in hand. At the top of the order, he's been able to get runs throughout this competition. 60 to win from 9.5 overs. They should be there by the end of 5th or 6th over. The kind of batting potential that the team possesses. 63 runs in 3 matches so far for Anap. Cut away into the gap on the offside. The placement is absolutely immaculate, and it's gone for 4.
What a shot. How nicely he transferred the weight onto the back foot on this occasion. And look at the placement as well. Top shot here by Anaf. He's batting well. And this had sublime timing on it as
a sublime stroke. There wasn't much gap available between men at the cover point and men at the backward point. This time he flicks the ball away through the onside. There will be sliding stop and there will be single as well. So a fine stroke. We had the man at the cover point, man at the backward point, not much of gap available, but his placement was absolutely spot on.
Oh yes, off the mark with a glorious 4. And that'll do a world of good to his confidence. Remember, when you play shots like that, it's a feel-good factor as well.
Yes, searching for his first run. He plays it in the air and straight to the man.
Was that a half chance? You need to wait and watch, but that was in the air for a while. Just drop short maybe.
Bashar operating from the industrial street end with long off in place and a man at the backward point on the offside. Runs into ball this time, hits it into the ground and has found the gap as well. There was a bit of hesitation, but eventually searching for the second run, and 2 they will get.
He's just getting an under edge on this one. Third man up in the circle. And once it got past him, there's always 2 runs.
Man at the cover point on the boundary on the offside, and man at the long off position as well. 2 men on the onside patrolling on the boundary. Last ball of the first over.
It was there to be hit. He knows he's missed out on a scoring opportunity. Very lucky he didn't get an edge on that one as well. First over comes to an end. 7 off it. United challengers are up and running. It's Ooredoo presents. QCA Ramadan T10 Cup powered by Elite Sports. The title sponsors, patrons supporting this endeavour by the QCA to promote domestic cricket for the B and C division cricketers in the country. It's been a great initiative. And it's wonderful to have a patrons on board as well.
A lot of televised cricket planned ahead of us. And that's where the sponsors play big role in lifting the level of cricket and lifting level of any competition. Facilitating better conditions for the players. Good social work from Ooredoo. Giving it back to the society. and enhancing their lifestyle, not only through better connectivity, also through the facilitation of sporting events as well, spreading the joy, connecting it.
Oh yes, indeed. But at the moment, it is the United Challengers who are creating a moment of joy for themselves with a very fine bowling effort, and now making little work of this chase.
Drifting down the leg side, this will be called as a wide as well. Sub is not starting well. It was a fuller length delivery. It was well outside the leg stump as well. The angle also further taking it down with fine leg up in the circle. It's not a good idea to go with that line of attack.
And that's why it's so important for the bowlers to bowl to their field. They have an offside field, packed, a sweeper cover, a point at catching position, a third man covers also in catching position, a mid-off. That's the line he should be working on, Sabish. And he goes down leg once again. Very lucky that he didn't find a trickle down to the leg side for a 4 towards fine leg. That's because it's up in the circle.
Also, the man at the square leg is up in the circle. They got the man at the mid-wicket position on the boundary, and the sweeper who was positioned on the boundary is coming back inside the circle as they think about that aspect, the way he's bowling at the moment, dropping the man from the fine leg up in the circle to the boundary.
I'm supporting the captain on this occasion to move fine leg back. Much better this time. The length was very good.
That's the ideal line and length to work with for Sabish. After firing 2 down the leg side for 2 consecutive wides, now after spreading that fielder on the boundary, the leg side on the boundary, gets his line right. Sabish into bowl to Riaz, and Riaz is looking to play an agriculture shot. It's going fine. Fine leg is on the boundary, and there will be a signal, and that's a leg by signal by the umpire as he wanted to walk across and hit that one behind the square for 4. Sabish continuing to struggle with his line here, aiming around the leg stump. Now the field spin from the fine leg region comes inside the circle, and sweeper goes back on the offside.
Good comeback here by Sabish. He's been a little wayward to begin with, but he's just started to find his mojo, keeping things tight. We're already out of 60. 11 have been knocked off, which means they need 49 now.
Sabish for one more time in this over. Trying to whack the ball through the onside. There is a peel, and batsman is walking off as he's been knocked over by a straight delivery from Sabish.
Once again, it's that length right underneath the bat. Yes, a Yorker on this occasion, playing all over it. Sabish has been rewarded finally for just keeping it very, very tight on this occasion. Hanaf going for glory, missing out. And the first wicket falls here for the United Challengers.
It's a big wicket because the man in form has been dismissed early. It's 11 for 1. Hanaf goes for 5. And Sabish, after spraying the ball down the leg side, has finally got his line and length right, and found the wicket as well in the process. 11 for 1. And he's putting the jersey number 9. Sunil comes to the crease with 49 more runs to be acquired to register a victory here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Struggling with his form with the bat.
Once again, wonderful piece of bowling here by Sabish. He's found that length, it's troubling the batters. Captain Sunil Dalmeda welcomed with an absolute peach.
The swing, there has been a problematic area when it comes to finding a solution to swinging deliveries when pitched up. Late swing. Sabish, can he get one more wicket in this over? There is a fumble, but still there is no run. Dot ball to finish the over number 2. It's 11 for 1.
Very good comeback by Sabish in this over. Began with 2 wides, but then accounted for a wicket as well, and that too a big one of Hanaf. 3 runs of his first over. He's kept it very simple, kept it bowled at a very gentle pace, but the accuracy and the length has been very vital. 49 to get in 48 deliveries.
Total of 16 teams participating in this Ooredoo, presenting QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, the first edition for B and C division cricketers to participate. It's been powered by Elite Sports here. So man comes inside the circle from the long off position.
Nicely driven down the ground towards the extra cover region. That's placement, just like the way he presented the full phase of the bat. It was in the slot, and that's been punished.
With the introduction of new formats T20 and T10, the lofted stroke through the extra cover has become the most productive area to get runs, to release the pressure as well. This time around playing a little bit upwardly, but making sure that he managed the gap through the offside for 4. Boundary of the very first delivery, pressure on bowler now. On a tricky surface. Much better attacking the stumps, also getting his line and length right.
Because you're not defending a huge target, every boundary just puts the pressure back on the fielding side. There's hardly any cushion for the bowlers to play for.
Mid-off is up, mid-on is up, and this time he's getting full delivery. And he's creaming it through the covers for 4.
A one-handed flourish on this occasion. All he had to do was get to the pitch of the ball. He's batting extremely well at the moment, Riaz. Look at that. Full extension of the arm on this occasion. Leaned into it. What a shot. He's playing some very attractive strokes in the middle.
One-handed stroke. Just looking to adjust to the pace of the ball coming at him. Omar goes in again, this time trying to whack it through the onside, collected by the keeper, but it's a wide. 2 boundaries and now this extra, and they're defending only 60.
.40 to get. How fast the equation changes. A boundary here, a boundary there, and the pressure is back on the fielding side. But what I've liked about Riaz is that he's played to the merit of the ball this evening. He's applied himself, and he's looked very solid in his technique.
Omar runs into ball to Riaz, and Riaz is getting a full-length delivery, almost castled him with that late movement, but gets the edge and gets a single as well.
Almost chopped that onto the stumps. Very nice angle and very good late swing as well for Omar. Just caught the batter by surprise.
Lights flickering in the backdrop. Plenty of clay surfaces around as he watches the next ball being to be delivered by Omar, and this time it's full delivery. It's been hammered back over the bowler side and down to the boundary for 4. Third boundary from the over. It was a pitched up delivery and hammered back.
Oh yes, it was in the slot. Very good work done by the non-striker to duck. His timing was good, and that ball had enough legs to go towards the long on boundary. Very fine exhibition of batting, and they're making full use of the field restrictions.
Yeah, clubbed it down the ground to a full-length delivery straight as an arrow. 3 boundaries already from this over. Can he get one more? Sunil. This time he gets it high up in the air, and it's going to travel all the way for a 6. Prolific over, this 20 coming from it.
Audacious hitting in the middle from the bat of Riaz. Let me tell you, this time didn't have to give that swivel, just stood his ground over there and pulled that handsomely over the mid-wicket region. He's watching the ball well at the moment, and in the process both Sunil and Riaz are stitching a very fine partnership in the middle. After the completion of the 3 power play overs, they are going at a very good clip, 31 for 1.
Overpowering this scoring done by the team Prime Gladiators after winning the toss and batting first. Couldn't get themselves going, but this has been an excellent fluent batting display so far in the chase from the team United Challengers. Good crowd absorbing the play here. Some vintage strokes coming from the blade of Riaz in particular.
They just shifted gears all of a sudden and counter-attacked. What they've done really well is that they've made full use of the power play on offer. Sabish, what an over he's had. Can he cap it off with a few more wickets? Down the leg. The problem is the line. Most bowlers under pressure have just not been able to settle to a line.
Real challenge, as we have seen throughout the course of the action as well. Most of the bowlers struggling to get their lines right. The lengths have been quite good, but the struggle to control this moving ball. The white object as he runs into ball from wide of the crease. This time he lots this one over, and it's going to land in no man's area, and the batters will be through for 2. He's going for everything.
Quite literally throwing his bat at this one. He had committed into the shot. That was short and wide, but because he had already committed into it, lucky enough it didn't go into the hands of the fielder. But the approach has been impressive. They've not missed out on opportunities, batting way outside his crease at the moment, just to negate any kind of movement.
And here is Sabis. Can he get some movement here into ball to Riaz, and Riaz is getting a full-length delivery, and there comes the leg glance, and the ball might trickle away towards the man on the boundary for a single.
.35 for 1, 25 to get. In 34 deliveries, 9 wickets in hand. This is turning out to be a very authoritative performance by the challengers. Taken on the full this time, but Almeida played towards the mid-wicket region. So runs coming thick and fast in boundaries and singles.
Good tempo in the batting department. That hasn't been the expression throughout the day's play though. But United Challengers, after restricting the opposition, or rather bowling them out for 59 in less than 10 overs, and then 36 for 1 into the 4th over. Runs into ball, and this time looking to whack it through the onside appeal for LBW. It's been entertained by the umpire, and Sabesh has struck again. It's 36 for 2 now.
Once again shuffling in the crease, that's been the problem. And then trapped right in front, just trying to play off his pads, and Shabi strikes. Much needed breakthrough and wicket here for the Gladiators. The challengers were running away with the game, and Riaz was looking so good, has to walk back. 14 runs in 12 balls, aided by 2 boundaries as well. But this innings has been short-lived.
Again, that full-length delivery in swing. Though he struggled with his lines, lengths have been consistent from Sabesh, and finally accounting for inform Riaz. So a breakthrough has been achieved. It's 36 for 2. And Sabesh getting the second wicket for himself for 8 in 1.4 overs. Under lights from the QCA end, from over the stumps to right-hand batsman. This time he pulls it away on the onside, and it's gone the distance. It's gone for 6. What a start for Satish Kumar.
He's muscled this. Batting deep in the crease, taken on the full. What a height to get at. And all he told the bowler was, thank you very much for helping me get off the mark in emphatic style. This is not the delivery you bowl to a new batter. Welcome with a juicy full toss. And that's been helped over the mid-wicket region for a mighty 6.
Can he get one more 6 in this over? Satish Kumar, 6 of just 1 delivery. And here is Shabish searching for his 3rd wicket. Runs into ball, and this time looking to blast that one through the offside. He's beaten, but it's wide. Still one more delivery to be bowled.
Contrasting starts. One team struggling, 59 all out, and the other team batting on a surface that looks completely different to the one the previous team batted on. 43 for 2 in the fourth over, racing away, finding the big hits, playing through the line, cutting and pulling.
Can he take a wicket here? Runs into ball, and this time he gets a full delivery. It's been hammered back, and there's a protection there on the boundary, so they will have to settle for a single. But Satish Kumar will have the strike, as 4 overs have been completed here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha. It's 44 for 2, chasing 60 to win with 6 overs to go.
16 to get. I'll tell you what, all the batters have walked in. Riaz looked very good for his 14. Dalmeda has just walked in and played some very attractive shots. The captain leading from the front, and Satish Kumar getting off the mark with a huge 6. They're making little work of this target, and in pursuit of this total, they are also boosting their net run rate.
Also Farhan to come an exciting batter down the order with his ability to clear the boundary with consummate ease. It's still yet to come, so it's 44 for 2. Abdullah still searching for first wicket in the competition has been introduced. More shuffling and changing in the field for the right hand batter, as they got men at the fine leg up in the circle, men at the square leg position, short mid wicket, men at the long on and long off, and men at the extra cover inside the 30-yard circle, point on the boundary, and third man on the boundary as well. And they got the man at the backward point position on the offside, on the edge of the 30-yard circle as well.
Abdullah introduced into the attack. Tossed up, picked up as well. Fielder coming underneath this one, but he will be a mere spectator as he sees the ball sail through into the ad boards. This is easy pickings as this chase has now become a one-sided contest. A nothing delivery, and once again giving the charge and muscling it over the mid-wicket region.
He's dealing in 6s as they're nearing the total 50 for 2. Poor delivery, too far down the leg side. The keeper can't do anything about this. Wide signal by the umpire. They have taken the single. Will there be a run out? Bit of hesitation between the two batters.
I'll tell you what, United Challengers are looking well and truly on course for victory. But it's the Gladiators who've just not put in a very inspirational performance in the field with bat and ball this evening on that occasion as well. Another tossed up delivery, almost got underneath that one. Going down on his knees this time around. Single towards square leg.
Can they finish this contest inside 5 overs here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium? Abdullah has already conceded 9 runs so far in this over, and is going to bowl to Satish Kumar. Pitch, full length delivery again. A little bit of temptation to the batsman to come down the pitch. Not quite to the pitch of the ball, and hence has to settle for a single.
One hit away from what will be the most comprehensive victory for a side in this tournament. This time picked up, played towards the cow corner region, will be kept to a single. But I'll tell you what, just a matter of time before handshakes are exchanged.
2 deliveries to go in this over, number 5. Can they win? Just a hit away from a victory. Mid-wicket not far away from the batsman. It's full toss, too far down the leg side, and it's going to go away towards the boundary. Might not go there. There will be a run here. This is very poor from Abdullah.
Oh yes, looks certain to get completed in this over. The manner in which he's bowled. They're going at 11, 12 and over at the moment. Tossed up, picked up. Is it completed in fine style? Yes, it has been dispatched, and that's victory as well for the United Challengers. They've made it look so easy, and they've done it in emphatic style.
6 to finish the game. A comprehensive victory for the team United Challengers. A dismal batting performance, batting first, and just managing 59. The PG in response getting there inside 5 overs. 5, 14, 19 and 14. That's been the contribution in the batting department from Anap, Riaz, Sunil and Satish Kumar respectively with 11 extras. Bashar going for 7 in a solitary over, only the impressive bowler on display, and Sabes getting 2 wickets for 16 in 2 overs. Omar was taken for runs 20 in a solitary over, and Abdullah conceding 19 in his 5 deliveries. That's the situation. Prime Gladiators winning the toss, and batting first, managing 59 for 10 in 8.4 overs. They were bundled out. Said getting 20 or 15, solitary batter to get into double figure mark. 2 wickets for 3 runs for Nasir, 2 for 13 for Imran, 1 wicket for 3 for Imrus. That's the bowling figure. 2 for 3, 2 for 13 and 1 for 3 from Nasir, Imran and Imrus respectively. United Challengers getting over the line inside 5 overs, winning by 8 wickets. Satish Kumar getting 14 of 4, Sunil getting 19 of 8 and 14 of 12 from the blade of Riaz. So some attacking shots, force along the ground and over the top as well. Chasing a modest total, started in a fantastic fashion, adjusting his position at the crease and creaming the ball through the backward point for 4. And then a full length delivery was obviously driven through the extra cover. So it was a good start, good confident start, chasing only 60 to win here. And then again single-handed stroke into the gap through the offside, adjusting to the lack of pace from the surface, and then clubbing one down the ground. A powerfully struck shot down the ground for 4. So that's the boundaries through the offside and down the ground as well. Managing 63 for 2 inside 4.5 overs, winning by 8 wickets. Sunil also getting the boundaries away for himself. That's how they connected. Some massive sixes in this innings as well through the onside. Great 6 then, using the depth of the crease and getting a low full toss and smacking it over the square boundary for a 6. Positioning at the crease and also the luxury, then getting the full toss on the leg stump. It's coming down the pitch and hammering it through the onside region. That's the area that they prefer more often than not. And then again full toss on the middle stump, which was duly dispatched outside the boundary ropes for a 6. And did not have much to get, so winning by 8 wickets in 4.5 overs. The United Challengers strengthening their chances, losing wickets in the process as well. First looking to work through the onside, was found in front bowled. Again the full length delivery, trying to work it through the onside, was found in front LBW. So that's how the wickets fell. Only 2 wickets to fall, both the wickets going in favor of Sabes, getting 2 for 16 in 2 overs, and a comprehensive 8-wicket victory for the team United Challengers, as they boost their chances in the points table. Almost certain about their place in the quarter-final against the team Prime Gladiators, who weren't impressive tonight with bat in hand. That's the points table for you in Group D, where United Challengers getting into positive net run rate 3.2 in 3 matches, getting 4 points as well, and Prime Gladiators suffering big time in net run rate minus 3.99, and Stallions still hanging at the balance at the bottom of the table, minus 1.95. So a thumping victory for the team United Challengers with the positive net run rate of 3.2 and collecting 4 points in the 3 matches. Will be interesting who would be given the man of the match. We take a short break. When we come back, we will have the presentation ready.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the presentation. It's often said towards the business end of the tournament, it's very important to win convincingly and by a huge margin as well, simply because most teams are on even keel and you need to get that net run rate a boost as well. In today's fixture between the Prime Gladiators and United Challengers, both teams are presented with an equation of winning this contest and winning it very comfortably as well. In the end, the United Challengers did exceptionally well to pocket those 2 points. Batting first, Prime Gladiators never got going, and it was the discipline and tidy effort of the United Challengers that got them dismissed to 59. Some wonderful runouts, as many as 3, some great catches, and wonderful exhibition of swing bowling ensured they could never be off the hook. And in the chase, with 31 deliveries to spare and 8 wickets in hand, the United Challengers made little work of this total and ensured they got home very comfortably. They didn't just pocket 2 points, but they also boosted their net run rate in the process as well. Well, the presentation ceremony has the player of the match to be given, but before we do that, we'd like to call upon the captain of the losing side, Saeed Aman from Prime Gladiator. The quick chat with him to understand where things went wrong. Saeed, at the toss, you were looking at something close to 100. What happened?
Actually, we couldn't make it in both sides, like by bowling, batting, we failed already. All the credit goes to opponent. I congratulate them. Hopefully, they will play in the next round. From our side, we tried well.
Was the pitch good enough for batting to get to 100? Because we've seen some low-scoring games.
Yeah, actually, one side okay, one side a little bit lower coming the ball. So it was okay. Hopefully, inshallah, it will be okay next game.
Yes, you finished your 3 games. This was a very important encounter to you and your team. How do you look at this tournament on the whole for you and your entire troop?
It was great journey. Like in a short time, we arranged the team. Actually, our actual players didn't play. We just arranged from other teams. It was okay. Actually, we couldn't manage the practice as well. So hopefully, inshallah, next year maybe another tournament will be in.
A word on the initiative by QCA to give you all a platform like this?
Of course, this is a great opportunity for us. Like locally, we are playing in Lusail. The ground little bit different, and this is different. This is very good for us. Hopefully, in next maybe after the summer, we'll getting in another tournament, inshallah.
Yes, we're looking forward to the Gladiators coming back stronger next season. All the very best.
Inshallah, no problem, because our main team will be in there, inshallah.
Good luck. Very good to see you playing this time around. That's the captain of the Prime Gladiators, Saeed Aman. Just the right time to call Sunil Dalmera, the captain of United Challengers. What a turnaround it's been from match number 1 to 3. Sunil, you're wearing a beaming smile. In that first game, when you could not defend 148, that must have hit you really hard.
Yes, of course. Scoring 148 runs and couldn't able to stop them, it was really a nightmare for us. But after that, we had a good team sessions and we discussed what to do for the upcoming games. So the result is now with us.
What was the discussion in the last 2 games that you all have played? Because we've seen a complete turnaround in approach and performance.
Yeah, the bowling, first of all, the bowling department, we improved a lot. All the guys bowled very well, good line, good length, good pace, swing, everything. So that took us to this position now.
At the halfway stage, when you all dismissed them for 59, what was the plan in the dugout when you came for the chase?
You know, we told our batters to calm down. There is nothing to do much, just 6 runs per over. Just go enjoy the game.
Right, you all are enjoying yourselves very well. Good, important win. You all are right behind or rather below the Marcos at the moment as number 2. So realistic chance of making it to the quarterfinals now.
Yes, of course. We hope so.
All the very best. You've played some wonderful cricket, Sunil.
Thank you so much.
Sunil Dalmera, the captain there of the United Challengers. Just the right time to call upon a guest of honor as well this evening. Asadullah Khan, the head coach of the Qatar national team, a man who's given Qatar national cricket great shape and brought the boys as well at the international stage. Thank you, Mr. Khan. At the same time, we have to also acknowledge the performances of a few players this evening, quite a few performers. Nasir Saeed of United Challengers, he got 2 wickets and gave away only 3 runs in his 2 overs. There was Imran Khadir as well from United Challengers, 2 wickets for his 13 runs in 2 overs. But the man who put up an all-round effort with bat and ball and gave a good account of himself and is doing it time and again for the United Challengers, Satish Kumar, a wicket in 8 runs and 14 runs in 4 deliveries. Another very fine performance, Mr. Khan. If you could just take this and hand over the player of the match medallion to Satish Kumar. You all can come this side. Yes, another very fine all-round effort, and United Challengers will be very happy with the boys coming to the fore and peaking at just the right time. A photo obsession here for the player of the match, given away by Asadullah Khan, the head coach of the Qatar national team. Thank you so much, Mr. Asadullah Khan. Satish, इधर आइए. मज़ा कर रहे हो आप, बड़ी अच्छी performance और team भी अच्छा खेल रही है. What is the reason behind it?
Yes, I mean, we had a roller coaster week. We had one match where we lost after scoring 148. We had multiple team meetings, and then we had to correct whatever mistakes we were making. And my teammates gave a good account of their character and how they came back in the last couple of matches. So we're really pumped up and looking forward to performing really well in the quarterfinals and semi-finals to come.
Now, because you've got the player of the match for an all-round effort, would you like to be a batter or a bowler on this wicket?
Yes, that's a tricky question because this is a very different kind of a wicket, because at times it's smooth, at times it has uneven bounce. So it depends on that particular day how the pitch performs, you know. But I would prefer to be a batsman because that's my primary trade, and bowling is something I did for passion and for guys to play spin, and then I just turned out to be good at spin as well.
And finally, your experience. Of course, you'll have now on the brink of qualification as well, but the overall experience as a team to be playing in this format, which has been initiated by the Qatar Cricket Association.
I think this is an amazing initiative, and I hope we have many more initiatives like this. It was a pleasure to play in this kind of a ground and this kind of outfield, and this kind of exposure would really actually promote the local talent as well. And this is what we look forward to in future, and hopefully many more tournaments to come like this.
And we look forward to your performances as well. You've been exceptional. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Satish Kumar De, player of the match for his all-round effort for the United Challengers. They won back-to-back games and made their position very strong in Group D. Remember, it's the group of death. Marquardt as well looking very good. What a day of cricket we've had. Some low-scoring encounters, but some wonderful results and some great performances as well. Another day comes to an end, which means 10 days of cricket, 20 matches completed, but we still have another week more left in this competition. For now, though, tonight, from all of us out here, good night and goodbye. We see you tomorrow with